The Mays and Eytan Show.
Middays with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander.
Now, it's the Midday Show with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander on 97.3 ESPN Radio.
You know, we never really talk enough about our weekends, Harry. We always just dive into Monday and get ready for the meat of the sports stuff that's about to happen over the next, 3 or 4 days. How was your weekend?
My weekend?
Yeah, it's an underrated discussion.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it was okay.
You sound either like you're low or I'm high.
No, I mean, we tested the mics again before the show, and Josh said everything's fine, so I trust him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, we were told everything was fine.
We got it.
But here's the thing.
We're propagating, mind you, on our stream, so just bear with us.
Now, the weekend was a mixture. It was kind of a mixed bag, as I used to say, right?
Well, what did you do?
Well, I mean, you know, had some nice dinners, played an excruciatingly long round of golf. In fact, the only thing sports-wise that took longer than my 18-hole match on Sunday was Federer-Djokovic at Wimbledon, which took 4 hours and 57 minutes, of which I didn't watch a second. And I'm glad I didn't invest, 5 hours of my life in that. Well, it was bad enough playing 4 hours and 40 minutes of golf.
Was it bad golf for you?
It was bad golf for everybody. And thank God it's over. Okay, but
did you play at your course?
Yes. The other thing is, I'm watching a little bit of the Phillies on Friday night while I'm eating dinner. They gave you absolutely nothing on Friday night. It's just an unacceptable effort coming out of the All-Star break. And then you get the news that Scherzer's going to miss the start on Sunday because he's got to go to the injured list for 10 days. And you're like, wow, maybe they got a reprieve here. They got Nola, and then they got no Scherzer Sunday. Maybe they can win this series. And they get the lead. Nola pitches, another nice game, and in comes Neris and blows the game. They lose Saturday night, and then they get a walk-off yesterday from Franco just to keep you alive, basically was what that was. Because now you got 4 against the Dodgers, and they luckily missed Ryu because he pitched yesterday. Yes. But they're going to get Kershaw, they're going to get Buehler, they're going to get Maeda, and they're going to get, Stripling. The 4.
They're going to get
they're all good. They're good pitchers.
That's what it comes down to.
Well, I don't know. And Bob from Crossing Broad, pumped out a couple of good stats this morning about the Dodgers and Clayton Kershaw in particular.
And how beatable they are?
Yeah, well, at least against the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park, it kind of gives you maybe some reason for hope. And I told you I'm holding out through this series, okay? They got 4 games against the Dodgers. They can still keep me in, Eytan, if they can win. Would you say a split or a 3 out of 4?
You keep going back and forth on this about, this is it. They lost the series.
I know.
All right, and what do you want? You want a sweep from the Dodgers?
But I said the 7 games is what I'm going over. Now, granted, they're down 1-2 after, 1-2 after the 3 important games against the Nationals, who are ahead of them in the standings now by, more games. So, yeah, that was important. But I said it was this 7-game stretch where, are they going to keep me, somewhat invested, or am I totally bailing and counting down the minutes to training camp, which we are now down to 10 days away?
At what point are we really doing this? I mean, come on.
What else do we got?
Well, we could talk about
I watched tennis on Saturday morning. I watched 57 minutes of Simona Halep destroy Serena Williams, and I was actually very entertained. She broke her serve twice in the second and what ended up being the final set. It was pretty good stuff.
Well, here's what
I watched that.
Yes, and tennis is the one sport where you can watch in peace. You ever notice that?
What do you mean?
Nobody's going to get on social media and start up this huge fire about what can this country or, what can America do to talk more tennis.
Oh, yeah.
Even golf, unfortunately, is victim to that, where, you're so far removed from it. But the average fan who's just watching, it's like, oh, well, they suck without Tiger. What can golf do without Tiger Woods?
Shut up.
That's what I'm saying.
People.
All these
tennis. I had Colin Morikawa this week. He tied for 4th, so I did pretty good in that tournament.
Colin Cowherd?
Colin Morikawa.
Oh, okay.
Not Colin Cowherd.
Okay.
No.
Jeez.
Jesus.
But that's you can at least watch tennis in peace.
Yeah.
All right, I guess if you're going to go back and forth on this whole thing.
You're saying I'm vacillating?
Yeah, you're oscillating.
I like that.
Yeah, you are. You're going a little back and forth right now. I don't know why. Just end it. Just call it right now.
Cut it off?
Just grab a pulse and call this thing. It's over. It's done.
Cut off the limb. Don't try to save it. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Amputate it?
What more do you want?
Well, I mean, hey, what happens if they win 3 out of 4 against the Dodgers?
No, stop this.
You're not feeling a little better?
Stop this.
Stop the madness?
I'm feeling somewhat better, but, again, we're back to soft contention. We're back to a team that's just teasing us. We're back to a team that's just not good enough. What are you really wanting?
Well, you're just whiling away the hours where it's kind of dead.
See, that's the
all.
thing.
They're just kind of filling that void, aren't they?
Yeah, well, you're not really invested in this team. You're just using him.
Yes.
This is a summer fling
That's what
for
I
you.
do with sports in certain cases. Certain sports are that way. Baseball is that way for me.
Your high school sweetheart went away for the summer,
Right.
and you need somebody to hold you over.
I loved baseball a whole lot more years ago. But now if my team is good, I'm into it. If my team is blah, I'm out on baseball. That's unfortunately the way I am and the way a lot of people are.
609-403-0973. We'll open that up on the text board at Shander Show, at Harry Mays to you.
I don't think that's the exception.
No, I don't think the exception at all. I just feel like I don't want to.
I'm trying to hang in.
I don't know. Are you really? Is Harry really hanging in? That's the thing. Like, I don't think you're hanging in. I think you're trying to ride this sexual summer fling as long as possible before your main squeeze comes back. And you have to go into this relationship.
Okay.
The Eagles.
Well, yeah, football.
Exactly.
Well, football in general. The Eagles and football.
Yes, everything that comes with it.
Yeah.
Fantasy, gambling,
college football,
all that.
too.
Right,
The whole schmear.
The whole
as they
enchilada.
say,
Yeah.
at the Bagel Boss in Long Island. Don't give me the whole schmear.
They will.
And by the way, we have to talk about that guy.
Yeah, the Bagel Boss.
Yes, because I have something for you.
No, I'm out.
All right?
I can tell you right away I'm out.
You are always looking for a way to grow your brand, increase your social media following, get on more radio shows and do more radio hits. This would be the perfect thing. And Gil actually sent this to us this morning. And
well, listen, if Gil's on board, or if this is a good idea for Mike Gill, then I'm even more out.
Well, I'm telling you, he's looking for promotion too. I mean, he's trying to capitalize on the buzz that has been, created by our show coming to 97.3 ESPN. He's want to stoke while the iron's hot, right?
Has that happened yet? I don't know. I haven't heard of any stoking yet. I've heard of you going to a couple of golf tournaments, and that's about it.
No, he says.
So how wide or large is this stoker that we're talking about?
Well, he sends me
not
this
Bram
thing.
Stoker.
No. We have signed the Bagel Boss. He will be an added attraction on September 7th.
Who's we?
In Atlantic City for a celebrity boxing event number 69. He's going to take on an opponent to be announced. That needs to be you. You need to get in the ring with this guy in AC and beat his ass.
That's not going to be me.
Why not? You're younger than me. You're in better shape than me.
It doesn't have to be
I got a
either one of
broken
us.
ankle. I can't move around too good.
See, if Gil was smart, he'd jump in the ring, or he'd send Rothstein into the ring.
He'll call the action.
Well, I was
he
going to say,
sits by the ring. He's going to call the action.
It should be a 3-man booth, and that's how you promote the show, is you and me doing the color.
Well, I'll do that.
Yeah, well,
I'll even go down there and work an extra day.
I'm not fighting any Bagel Boss in any ring. I can tell you that right now. Save that.
See, now it doesn't say. This is all I got.
Yeah,
You're looking at it.
We?
Doesn't say who's
Damon
we.
Feldman?
Maybe.
Like who?
I mean, that's what he's been the guy been doing this for years. So maybe it is him.
I mean, who else would it be?
This is really interesting.
You know what? Jesus, is this where we are right now? Maybe we should start talking about the Phillies. You want the Bagel Boss to fight one of us?
No, I want him to fight you.
It's all right, so
not one of us.
It's not going to be me. All right, I've got a house I need to pay for. I've got a ring I need to pay for. I've got a new car, hopefully from Gun
get
Ford.
in the ring to pay for the ring.
There's no money nobody's paying me anything for this, are they?
Well, of course you'd get paid. You're not going to ask somebody to step in the ring for free, are they?
This guy is a viral piece of crap. He's viral. That's the first word.
The 5-foot.
I'm not doing this for less than $50,000.
$50,000? Who do you think you are, George Foreman?
I think I'm somebody who's in a position to maximize my position of money right now in this capitalist
Nobody's
society.
paying you $50,000.
Well, it's done. I guarantee you this. All right.
Yeah.
Here's what I guarantee: you put me in the ring with the Bagel Boss.
Yeah.
Fox 29 is there. NBC 10 is there.
Right.
ABC 6 is there. Everybody is there. WIP is there from Philadelphia.
Okay.
We're here now down there in Jersey. People from all over. All right, we'll get Russo. All right, all I need to do is just send an email up there.
We'll get Babchick.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe Babchick will fight him. See, he would do that.
Yeah, but he would do it for
his
cheap.
show.
Right, exactly right. See, that's the difference.
He'd show up in a thong and fight the guy.
I know that there would be a ton of money involved in there, especially with all the media that would come with it. A lot of people would sign up to see me get beat by the Bagel Boss.
Well, they'd sign up to see you beat the Bagel Boss,
I think
too.
it's one of the... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. 50,000
Maybe
I'm
we
doing.
Get Brett Hull in there.
Feldman, you listening? Let's do 50,000. Let's start there. Now, Brett Hull versus the Bagel Boss.
A drunken Brett Hull against the Bagel Boss.
I think that's even
Brett
worse.
Hull would have to drink 35 beers before getting into the ring, or the fight is off.
I think that's even worse, man.
You think so?
Yeah, I honestly
I
do.
bet Sid Rosenberg would do it.
And they are the champions.
No, I honestly don't think
You
so,
don't
man.
think so?
No. I don't.
Wow.
Now, do you know who Rich Ackerman is?
Yeah, the Bagel. He's the Bagel Boss, they call him.
No.
Yeah. Rich Ackerman was an update guy at the Fan and on CBS Sports Radio nationally. They used to call him the Bagel Boss or something. Back in the 90s, I think he and his family had a bagel shop.
Okay. So who was it? Mike and Chris was calling that?
Yeah.
Here's Hack.
Yeah.
Right. So I worked briefly at the Fan and got a chance to meet him, and he's one of the nicest guys.
He seems like a nice guy.
Awesome guy. So I thought he got hacked.
The only guy that's there that's not nice is Francesa.
Actually, it's really true.
It's true.
It is true. So I thought he got hacked because he sent me this message. Now, we're on Facebook. We're on all platforms. So we're on my Shander Facebook page. We're on our Twitch page, Mays and Eytan. And the Mays and Eytan Twitch page is great because you get to see interaction during the break and all. We're also on Periscope at Shander Show. We got to get your Periscope up and running now that your phone thing isn't an issue. So we're on all three different platforms. So I go back and forth and monitor all three as we do the show, right?
Yeah.
And Axe sent me this message. If I know, do you know this woman, Allison Donnelly?
No.
Does that name sound familiar?
Doesn't sound familiar.
Apparently, she's popping up on a bunch of different apps and dating stuff and whatnot.
Okay.
So I had no idea. I thought it was a hack job. I thought that this is like one of these messages that pop up all the time on Facebook. Hey, do you know Rick Smith? It just matched with him on LinkedIn, and you click back, and next thing you know, you're hacked. So apparently, it was a real thing. Unbelievable what's going on.
I'm kind of lost here.
Well, he's reaching out to see if we know who Allison Donnelly is on a dating site.
So
I have no idea.
Why is he reaching out to you?
I don't know. Keep seeing her pop up, and I guess we're mutual friends, and that's what pops up on a lot of these dating apps.
Oh.
If you connect through Facebook, it'll be a mutual friend. So it must say mutual friends under this Allison Donnelly.
See, I keep getting
Eytan Shander.
I keep getting emails periodically asking me to connect if I know this person on LinkedIn and to connect with them. One was you I got last week, and they always seem to be people I'm already connected with.
Well, I have one that I can't delete because it's connected to an old password that's routed to an old email that's no longer around. So I had to create a new LinkedIn profile.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so if you see one that says Eytan Shander, not 97.3, but a different 97, that's out.
Oh.
I can't actually.
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm lost.
Well,
me and Kawhi
I
are both
created a
lost.
new LinkedIn account. It's pretty simple.
Okay.
I mean, if you can't follow that, then I don't know what we're going to do for the next hour and 45 minutes.
We've got some audio that I just heard, and Eytan, I'm like a dog when it comes to hearing things.
Yes.
Like I've got great hearing when it comes to radio and television spots and things, and little things jump out at me. And I heard a promo that we're going to play later in the show. You probably heard it, running throughout the day already, where Gil voices it, and he says the word inaugural, and he says it in a very strange way, and it jumped right out at me.
Is this like nuclear?
Yeah, it can be.
Like nuclear power?
Yeah. Yes, that's often
Okay.
mispronounced. But
Absolutely.
anyway, we're going to get to that.
Well-
We're going to talk to Kevin Cooney.
Oh, I love
Kevin
Cooney.
Cooney's going to join us. If you want to talk Phillies, that's the guy to go to on a Monday. Okay, he's going to join us at 1 o'clock.
Now, before that, and this rolls right into our
Did you
buddy.
like the way I said his name, though?
I did. And I don't know if we could build him up like the guy in the morning.
I'm
because
telling you. Kevin Cooney.
You listen to Kevin any now and again on the morning, and he, like anyone else, is sold as the
Pulitzer
Prince.
Prize winning.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
unbelievable. We don't do that enough.
No.
So we should build up our guests a little bit
we
more.
do build up. I thought we build a couple people.
Yeah, you build up like Dan Buffer and stuff, guys like
Oh,
that.
I built Sid up, right? Until he ripped me for not being a good
If you
Jew.
don't, he would have.
Well, that's true.
Okay?
I had to preempt it.
Right.
So this kind of sides into where we're going at 12:50. You have a Deadwood update because you are almost done with it, so we'll react to that. I need to update everybody on me finishing Stranger Things.
You finished it?
I'm done.
How many seasons?
3. I'm done. The show is done. There's no reason to move
that's what
forward.
you did over the weekend?
For the most part, yeah.
Oh,
no, I was
God.
out and about. I mean, I looked at a house 3 or 4 times over, and now need to check for mold.
Well, are you still on target to own it?
Yep, August 12th. So it looks like sometime in the middle of August we'll be doing our shows there.
Wow.
So I need you to come over and help build the concept of studio and like chill cave.
Okay,
because
but
I'm not going to ask you to.
We don't need that right out of the gate. I mean,
it'd be nice to move into that.
Well, it would, but I mean,
I have a month.
You're just buying a house. You can't start doing anything to it until you own it.
No, I'm saying I want to be able to. Oh, you're saying I can't add.
You can't start,
until I sign the papers August 12th.
Until you
no,
own
not
the thing.
deconstruct. I'm just adding stuff. Like I have a couple of desks that will be shipped. I have a couple of.
Still, you can't move in until the closing's done.
Is that right?
What do you think this is?
Oh, I think
you took that squatters thing I told you about
Absolutely.
seriously. Didn't
I figured I'd jump in there. All right,
Don't let mold and the musty smell that comes with it destroy your home.
you need the dry guys.
I do need the dry guys.
No, but maybe you work that into the maybe the seller would allow you to do that, but you need to get that approved.
Well, I'll get permission ahead of time. They're long gone, so what does it hurt them at this point? So John from Dunphy Ford, Philly man, comes in and says, hey, guys, on our Twitch, Mays and Eytan Twitch channel, hey, guys, finally started Deadwood. Definitely a good show. Thanks for the recommendation. Needed something to watch till football.
Yeah.
That's what I would say is if you want to bail, rightfully so, on the Phillies, we need to start watching a new show because you're almost done with Deadwood. On top of that, you've got the movie to watch as well.
Right.
You'll knock that out in one sitting. Where are we right now? We're at episode 7?
We're going to do 6 today.
6 and 7 or just?
We did 4 and 5 on Friday.
So we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Is it 12
no,
or
there's
10?
12.
Okay, so we've got a bunch left.
Yeah.
All right,
It'll get us to football.
It might get us to football.
Yeah.
All right. I need something else. Stranger Things did nothing for me.
Do you regret the hours
Nope.
that you invested?
I don't regret the hours because I feel like I can intelligently talk about a show that was, for all intents and purposes, just overhyped. It was just overhyped. It was a good show. We talk about Chris all the time, and he has a great phrase. Good, not great.
Yeah.
And it was good. It wasn't great.
Right.
It's not a show that I would put up there with Deadwood. 609-403-0973. All right, Harry, on the text board, Bagel Dude versus LeVar Ball.
Oh, that would be good. Because either way.
I feel like LeVar Ball would just pummel this guy, right?
Probably.
LeVar Ball's a pretty big guy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
And Bagel Ball is
everybody's a big guy to do this Bagel Ball.
How big is this guy?
He's like 5 foot tall.
Yeah, come on.
Like he'd have to go against Peter Dinklage to make it somewhat of a fair
right?
fight height-wise. I think he's like 5 foot.
Now, we might have to
Maybe not even.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's why he gets this verbal abuse all the time.
Well, no, I thought he would. Oh, you're right, because it's under 5'1", he was saying in the video.
He can't find a woman to date him, and he's getting, he's got a complex about it.
Josh, do we have any more of that, or can we run any of that Bagel Boss crap back real quick?
I think you're afraid of the Bagel Boss.
Nah, listen, at this point, I don't know if I could even. 50,000's enough for me.
50,000.
I'm degrading myself. I'm degrading this profession.
Do you guys want the aftermath audio?
No, because it's all fake, right?
Sure, but there was a set of audio that was after the whole thing went down.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
All right, let's listen to that.
Absolutely. Oh, and a guy 3 times my size. That's okay.
Get your food in.
What happened? Well, I'm sorry.
Get your food in.
You know what?
There's no need to laugh.
You think that's all right?
Let's go.
Now I'm going to take my practice. You think that's all you women drink like all you. Yeah, all you.
You want to go.
No,
You need to beat this guy's ass.
Like seriously, somebody am I allowed to say this on the radio?
about we
Somebody needs to kill this guy.
How about we get Josh in there?
Well, yeah, I mean that's fine with me too. How about we get Vi in there? Vi's really good at knocking scum out in the ring.
Yeah, but see, Vi's not exactly. I mean, he's not overly tall, but he would have a tough time. I think punching down on this guy. Don't you think?
I think Vi. I think Vi's going to knock this dude
Well,
out.
Vi would kill him. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about it. Vi's in great shape.
That's what I want. Like, Am I allowed to say that on the air? Somebody
I don't
needs
know.
to kill
you
this
just
guy.
said it.
Well, I'm asking you. Like, am I allowed? I'm not going to say.
Why
it,
not you?
But somebody, like, can you legally say that on the air? Like, somebody needs to kill this person?
I don't know that would go over today.
I'm not advocating that somebody specifically goes out and kills the bagel boss, but I think that, like, metaphorically, you can say somebody needs to kill this guy.
Yeah, right.
Right? I mean,
in a sports reference to kill him.
Yeah.
Like the Phillies got killed last night.
Yeah, or maybe just, like, strangle him right before he loses his life and then let go. You know, like a fish who's starting to dangle and lose its life before you throw it back, and then finally at the very last second you throw the fish back and you save it. You know, saved your life. You know, the old thing where you push somebody and then pull them back over the train track, saved your life. Can we do that with this guy? I mean, seriously.
I asked you to do it. I think it would be great promotion for the show. It would be great for the station.
$50K.
It'd be great.
$50K. Honestly.
See, now we're not going to be able to ask Gil about that today because he's on remote.
Well, he's on the remote now. All right, the Twitch channel blowing up. McGowan 128. You guys got me hooked on Deadwood. Watched 9 episodes this weekend and got nothing done around the house. You CSers. LOL. Beautiful.
You know, I haven't heard
We've done our job.
I haven't heard that term a lot in this third season. Not near as much as it was in the first 2.
Really?
Yeah. But anyway, the other thing I did Friday night was I caught some of the Angels game. Did you see this?
Oh yeah, with Tyler Skaggs.
The
and
Tyler
numbers.
Skaggs night, where they were everybody's wearing his number, and his mother threw out the first pitch. Did you see some of the numbers, the numerology stuff that was coming out after the game? A lot of people had it. Darren Ravel had it on Twitter, amongst others. But it was really kind of eerie. Did you see it?
No. Can you?
Well, Mike Trout hit a home run in the first inning. They scored like 7 runs in the first inning. They scored 13 runs overall. Okay, it was a no-hitter.
Yeah.
Okay, Skaggs
combined no-hitter, right?
Right, but Skaggs' mom throws out the first pitch. She throws a good pitch, and the Angels go on to no-hit the Mariners. Okay, he was a pitcher.
Right.
He was born on July the 13th. The Angels scored 7 runs in the first inning. They scored 13 overall, 7-13. Mike Trout hits the first bomb of the night, and he hits like a 2-run homer in the first inning, and he hit it 454 feet. Skaggs' number is 45.
Jesus.
Like, there was all this stuff that came out.
Yeah.
Pretty creepy.
And, you know, the thing about it is, like, think about how many games get played throughout a season, throughout the course of baseball's history, and it takes it's like Halley's Comet. Sometimes you have to wait 30 years for something to fall into place, and that all hit one night.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
I don't know if you'll ever see something like that, right?
And it was the franchise's 11th no-hitter, and apparently Skaggs wore number 11 in high school. I mean, it goes even deeper. It's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, CBS Sports put
11
this out.
I didn't know that.
Ravel put it out.
Oh, of course, Ravel's all over it.
Yeah. So that was something else that I took in this week.
Yeah, you know, that's really cool, man. I didn't see that.
You know, after the game, everybody comes out and they laid their jerseys, because they all had his jersey on the pitcher's mound. It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, that was after, you said after the game?
I think that was after the game, because I didn't watch the whole game. I saw the first inning and the celebration beforehand.
My goodness, man. That's really cool. That's really cool. I don't know if you'll see anything like that where it would match up to that extent on a game and where somebody's being honored. I mean, you'd have to go back to, like, for us, Reggie White type game or
Now,
that's really cool.
Glenside Charlie checks in on Twitter at 19038Charlie. That's the zip code for Glenside, if you didn't know it.
Yeah.
He says, I'll beat the snot out of that guy for free.
Okay.
See, now he's already undercutting your price.
Listen, that's okay. You sound like Swearingen right there. All right, so I'll listen, I'm happy to train somebody.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, why don't we do that?
You and Vi train Glenside Charlie.
No, how
What do you think?
about we make it even?
What?
How about we get somebody like Vi to train the Bagel Boss, and I'll train one of our listeners out
Philly
there.
Godfather knows all these boxing trainers.
Yeah, well, okay. He's
knows.
a ringer.
Right.
So we can get a ringer, like a real boxing trainer, Floyd Mayweather's dad, to train the Bagel Boss, and then I'll train Charlie from Glenside.
What about Kawhi Leonard's uncle?
Uncle
Is
Dennis?
he available?
He's available.